So I thought I'd just make a video as 2020 is clearly now coming to an end. Not many days left. So I just want to say Happy Christmas to everybody, and certainly been a different year this year. I don't think anybody could have anticipated the issues we've had with COVID and everything that's been going on around the world with lockdowns and the changes. If someone had told me, I would never believed it would have happened. Being told you can't leave your house uh, and you got to wear a mask everywhere. I would never have believed that. But we've all got to do what we've got to do to try and help stop the spread and get rid of this disease virus. So it's definitely been a challenging year for everybody. Uh, but next year, hopefully, we'll come out of this and things will rebuild, regain. Um, so, as for 2020, I'd like to say thank you to all my new followers and all my followers on here and also on Instagram. Finally hit the 1,000 followers this year on Instagram, so that was a nice milestone to reach. So next we should aim for 2,000, I suppose, and we'll try and do that. I have This year's been pretty productive year for Smelly Cat. I've been trying to move things forward. Um, the last month, I know I've been a bit quiet on Instagram and especially on YouTube. I've been quiet. Um, I've just been doing jobs around the house. I've been getting the house sorted. Also, I'm trying to work on the garage. I'm trying to work on the garage as for the laser area. I've obviously this year got the laser up and running, or the little laser I've got up and running in the garage. Um, so I want to push forward with making the garage usable. It's not very usable at the moment. It's cold. The front it leaks. It leaks at the front doors. So there's a lot of condensation in there. The laser's getting a lot of condensation on it. So I've been working on that. Might have seen the pictures of the new door. It's coming along, and then hopefully sometime next year, hopefully there's another second-hand laser friend of mine coming my way. I'm hoping uh, it's bigger and more powerful, so hopefully moving on next year there'll be more laser in work. 'Cause, I've always been a big fan of lasers, and I just could never afford a new one. So second hand is the way forward, and hope to start releasing more stuff using the laser in 2021. Um, this year, uh, there's been some there's been some good projects. Had the custom door knocker, the Jason the Friday the 13th custom door knocker. That was a challenging project, but yeah, it was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed that project. It really pushed my learning, pushed the different skills, different. I tried out a lot of new techniques from using the 3D printer to make silicon molds, and then from the silicon mold, in the epoxy component. So that was good. So pleased with that one. I always enjoy doing the custom jobs. So if anybody ever wants anything completely custom made, they are my favourite jobs. I like to use the imagination. I like to test skills and just and all different methods. So moving forward, if anybody is after a custom something completely random, then get in touch. I'm happy to take that on. Also, this year, the 3D printing has moved forward a great deal. I'm surprised I never got into it years ago. Years ago, I just figured it was a gimmicky thing. People just print little gimmicky models. Um, Whereas it's now grown to be an extremely useful part of many projects and just at home. Extraction adapters I've used this. I've used this year for the 3D printing, router jigs, all sorts. You think of it, you can pretty much make it if you can draw it up. So the 3D printers moved ahead quite a lot this year. Still need to learn 3D drawing a lot more, but I have got quite a range of 3D printers now. There's started off with a Ender 3 Pro. Um, I love that. Like within the first weeks, so within the first few weeks of having that, I was like, right, I want another one. So I bought a second Ender 3 Pro because they're very affordable, not too expensive, and had two of them for quite a while. And they've done me pretty well. You know, they need a bit of maintenance here and there, and I've done a few upgrades on them. Nothing too major, but there is some more upgrades coming soon for them. Um, Now I also have the Anycubic Mega X. Wanted a 3D printer with a larger build plate, and the Mega X is in the same room here. That's been a very useful, decent printer. I've been impressed with that. It's probably my most trusted if I want to put something on for a long run. Then there was the Anycubic Mega Zero version one because version two wasn't around at the time. Hasn't seen much use. It doesn't have a heated bed, but it does print TPU uh, reasonably well. So it's kind of just sat there with a real TPU on it. What else was there? There's the resin printing. The resin printing I haven't used too much, but since trying the resin printing into the mold making, that's now offered a whole new use for it. So still got the little resin printer, and the wash and cure station has made the whole resin printing process so much easier. I didn't really like the resin printing too much until I got the wash and cure. Still a bit messy, still a bit smelly. I do have some washable resin now to test out, so I am going to try that bottle of washable resin and see how that goes. That's water washable, so we'll try that without having to use the isopropyl alcohol. That might help with the smell that it leaves. At the minute, those printers are in my living room, and they do leave the room smelling quite a lot. So the resin printers moved along, and then, so next year I hope to do some more 3D printing. I hope to learn some more about 3D printing and take on some more custom orders and jobs related to 3D printing. I do have a fair setup for 3D printing now, so best to make use of it. Really, often they just sit there not doing a lot. Um, YouTube. I appreciate everybody that's followed this channel so far. And next year, I'd be interested to know what you would like to see. What type of videos would you like to see? If you have any specific video requests, obviously there's the woodworking, there's the lasering, there's the 3D printing, obviously resin. There's so many things I like to do, which is why I struggle sometimes to choose a video to make because I just don't know what. I just do the jobs without videoing it, and I should video more jobs and use them as my YouTube videos. But I often don't, and I need to try and get better at that. And hopefully, in 2021, I will stick to a more regular upload schedule for YouTube videos. Uh, that would be good, just to have a bit more regular and bring you all some content you'd like to see. Do you want to see training videos? You know, some instructional videos, or any ideas? Drop them in the comments. I'd be glad to hear what it would be that you would like to see. What I think you might like might not be what you want to see. Um, so yeah, drop me some ideas, and I'd appreciate that. And also, I'd like to just say, obviously, with these challenging times of COVID and people not being able to go out, not being able to go to the shops as much, I think it's a good idea if we could all support small businesses and other makers more, rather than it's easy to just sit on your phone and buy off Amazon all day long. You know, or just anything you want. It's easy to just go on Amazon, order what you want. Um, but that's great. But he's worth billions, absolutely billions now. So it would be nice to support there's people out there struggling who have been on furlough, not getting much money coming in. Let's try and support. I think it'd be nice to try and support more small businesses and the makers. Most makers like myself put our heart and soul into the projects we do and projects we make. Um, and it's nice to give back so that they can keep doing the thing they love. We can all, you know, I'm I'm sure there's many people out there who've got jobs that they're not happy in, like myself, that just don't enjoy what they do as a daily job. And if just changing your purchase habits a little bit to to try and help people do something they're happier with, I think that would be a nice thing to do. Generally, makers, custom stuff from Etsy, other Instagrammers, it's a much higher quality. Yes, it might be a bit more expensive, but it's much higher quality. And it's all this stuff is mass produced in China for pennies, but it's junk, and most of it will end up in the bin within a year. Me personally, I've been getting rid of a lot of my belongings. That's generally how I've funded the 3D printers. Is I've been selling much of my belongings. I'm trying to become a bit more minimalist, I'm trying not to be as consumer orientated, and I'd rather have less quality belongings than just tons of junk. Um, so quality over quantity is a policy that I believe in. So 2021's around the corner, so it'll also be a happy new year because I won't be releasing another video before then, and I hope to grow in 2021. I hope to come up with some new random ideas. I have plenty of random ideas. I have a box just full of random ideas, so I should look in it. And yeah, so this was just a and I hope to speak to you all soon. I love interacting with the maker community and chatting with you all. Many of you are very supportive and been a great help this year. So thanks to everybody. You'll know the people you are. I won't just sit here and read out names, but thank you to you all for your help and what you've done. And take care. I will speak to you soon, and new videos will be coming in January. Bye for now.